Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the 9-week out installment of This Week in Training. Currently sitting around 156, what's the exact number I got there? 156.4 pounds looking at my journal. So weight is steadily dropping and the strength is still holding up good as we approach the contest in 9 weeks. So let's get this show on the road. So as you saw earlier, warmed up with the bar and now 135. Always warming up the shoulder and stuff after I do a little bit more extensive mobility work. I slap some weight on the bar and then get the show on the road. So after the warm-up, first set called for 185 for a set of 5. This was week 1 of a new round of the 5-through-1 program, so 3 sets of 5. With a little bit more poundage than last month. So first set was 185, then 215, and then the last set that you're seeing here was 240 for a 5+ set, and I got 10 solid reps out of it, which was a pretty good lift for me. I was pleasantly surprised with how much weight I moved while being at this low body weight. As you're about to see in a couple seconds, my last rep was 100% a grinder. On the 9th rep, you see me like holding the bar and contemplating it, and then yeah, on that last rep, it was it moved slow, but we got it up and it was good. So after bench, moved on to flat dumbbell press, 3 sets, 15, 10, 6 reps. Progressively increasing the weight. As you guys probably know, that's kind of my methodology now for the next few months, and it has been for the last little while. So first set, 65 pounds in each hand for a set of 15. Moved on then to 80s for 10, and finished off with 90s for a set of 6. So happy with those numbers. The 90s moved really well. And overall, the strength as far as the pressing goes has been staying very, very consistent, even though I'm dieting. So as you can see here, this was the 90s for the set of 6. As you can see, it moved smooth, and it wasn't too challenging. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably put it at an 8. Could have squeezed out 8 or 10 reps, but stuck with that 6 just to not over damage myself. So after flat dumbbell, moved on to cable fly, just a couple sets of 8 to 12 reps. I had 70 you're seeing here, so I had 70 on each cable and hit that for a couple sets of 12. So after the chest stuff, moved on to cable press down for triceps, 4 sets for this. 15, 10, 8, and 6 reps like you're used to seeing me doing. First set was 130, then moved up to 150, 180, and then the last set was the stack, which is 200 pounds for a set of 6, and it was a pretty challenging set, but we got it done. As you could see, my arms starting to really lean out good, and they're maintaining size. I've only lost, I measured the other day, I'd only lost 1/4 of an inch as far as fat and water goes, so we're good. I'm happy with that. Then tried lying cable skull crusher, 1 arm, 3 sets of 8 to 12. This was an interesting exercise I'd never done before, but gave it a shot, and I didn't mind it. It was a good exercise. Now on to Tuesday's workout. Quads, hams, and calves like always. Didn't get it on video, but a couple sets of calf raises with the Smith machine, and then got warmed up with the squat. As you saw there, 135 and then 225 you're seeing here for a couple sets. Not sets, sorry, a couple reps. So as you probably see that I'm not at the usual gym that I do legs. It's at the local college where I live, and they're closed this week, just getting everything ready before school starts. So I did it at my place of employment, the Right Fit, and they don't have like a leg press and stuff, so my routine was a little different this week. So the squats today was 245 for 5, 280 for 5, and then my last set right here, 320 for 8, and it was a smooth set until about 7 or 8, and then it started to feel pretty friggin' heavy. I was happy with the depth. I was getting a little bit below parallel, and as I said, the bar was moving quick except for that last rep or two, but other than that, it was a good squat session for the day. After squats, I moved on to walking lunges with the bar on my back. A couple sets of 8 to 12 reps. So I started with 65 and then bumped it up to 85 on the bar for a couple sets of 10. That was good. I think that's what attributed to my leg pain the next few days, because let me tell you, I could barely sit for like 3 days after I did this workout, and I don't know what the deal was, but oh well, we got it done. So after the lunges, as you see, moved on to stiff leg deadlifts with the dumbbells. A couple sets of 8 to 12 reps. I had 85s in each hand for this, and really good exercise. Highly recommend it for hamstrings and glutes. After the stiff legs, moved on to an exercise ball leg curl, since there wasn't a machine leg curl, and then a little bit of bridge work afterwards just to hit the glutes a little bit more. So Wednesday I took a little bit of active recovery day, a little bit of cardio and core, and then Thursday moved on to shoulders and arms like always. So started with dumbbell strict overhead press. So when I say strict, I'm pushing my back against the bench, the seated bench there. I'm trying my best not to arch my back, so really putting the pressure on my shoulders and really just using my shoulders to press overhead. Worked up to 60s in each hand for a couple sets of 8. Then moved on to dumbbell lateral raise. Again, nice and strict, really getting that squeeze at the top, and trying to get those lateral delts really firing, since that's what's gonna, add to that width on stage. After the lateral, went to TRX backfly. I really like this one for hitting the rear delts over dumbbells, just because I think I can move a little bit more weight around, I guess, my body weight versus a couple dumbbells, so I just feel it hits them a little bit more. After the backfly, went to upright row and high cable backflies. I did these as a superset, and a couple sets, 8 to 12. I had 95 for the upright row and then 30 in each hand for the backfly that you're seeing here. Again, the backfly is another one I would take over dumbbells as far as hitting my rear delts. Also a little bit of traps too. After the backfly, went on to incline curls, supersetted with the lying cable skull crusher that you saw me do earlier. Those were both supersetted 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. And then after, hit TRX curls and then a single arm press down for 3 sets of 12 reps. So as you see, this is the incline, and then right here is a different angle of the lying skull crusher with the cable. This one I had 50 on, oh no, I worked up to 70 for that one, so a little bit more weight, and really getting that tricep squeeze. And the last workout of the week, which is deadlifts, core, and biceps. Sorry, back, core, and biceps. I just call it deadlifts just because I like to do deadlifts. So warming up here, 135, and then got into 225 for a couple reps just to get the hips and everything all warmed up. Again, this isn't the only thing I do for my warm up. I do an extensive hip, ankle, upper back, a lot of mobility work that you don't see, but it's very, very important, so don't neglect it. Working sets for this: 3 sets of 5, 280 for a set of 5, 325 for a set of 5, and then as you see right here, 370, and I ended up getting 15 solid reps, and it was a really good set. I'm really happy with that number. I kind of kicked myself afterwards because I think I could have got 20 reps, but as you've probably heard me say in other videos, I got a little bit of a lower back twinge, tweak, ache, whatever you want to call it, so I don't want to risk injuring myself this close to a show, so stuck with the 15 and left it at that. If you're wondering what's around my shins, it's pink gauze because I didn't have my soccer socks on me to protect my shins, and I'm notorious for busting my shins up on deadlifts, so I went with the best thing I had, which was gauze. After the deadlifts, moved on to pull-ups like always, couple sets of 15, get that nice stretch at the bottom and squeeze at the top. Chin-ups are a staple, some kind of variation of the chin-up or pull-ups always in my routine. Then moved on to pull-downs, 3 sets, 15, 10, 8, putting a little bit more weight on each time. So first set was 80 for a nice set of 15. I like the dual pulley pull-down over the single pulley. I don't know, it just seems to be hitting my lats a little bit better than just doing the single pull-down. After the pull-downs, went into banded pull-aparts. These are a tremendously good exercise for all your upper back muscles, from your traps to your rhomboids, rear delts. Any of those muscles, if they're lagging, I highly recommend pull-aparts. They're a sweet exercise. A little bit of a variation, if you want to make it more challenging, is have your palms towards the ceiling. Just makes it a little bit harder to execute. After the pull-aparts, you're seeing here face pulls and incline Ys coming up. I did those as a superset, 2 sets of 15 for each. I had 80 on the pull-apart, 80 on the face pull, and then the Ys I did without weight, but really got that squeeze at the top, trying to hit those small little upper back muscles that sometimes get neglected if I just do heavy rows or heavy pull down. So after the back stuff was done, moved on to biceps. Just 2 exercises today. Dumbbell preacher curl for a couple sets of 8 to 12, and then cable curl for, again, a couple sets of 8 to 12. For the dumbbell preacher curl, I started with 30s, but then 30s just felt too light, so I grabbed a 40 and did that for my last 2 sets. After the preacher curls were done, moved on to straight bar cable curl, had 100 on the cable, and did that for a couple sets. So that wrapped up the week and wrapped up the workout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this installment. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the gym next week.